A lot of women have been asking if there is a procedure in which they can use in order to give birth to either a boy or girl, that's the sex they desire. But there are a lot of theories which are put forward, but there is no scientifically proven method to show that these procedures are 100%, especially if you want to have a child, a baby, naturally. So today we're going to be talking about the various theories in which you can use in order to increase your chance of having a particular sex. So stay tuned and listen to the end of this video, because at the end you're going to know the secrets. Welcome back to Talk Pregnancy with Dr. Nuella, where we tell you all about pregnancy and other women-related health issues. So if you're new to our channel, please click the subscription button and also the notification button, such that if there's any new video, you're going to be the first to receive it. And for those who have subscribed, thank you very much. So today we're going to be talking on how to conceive your desired baby, either a boy or a girl. So we're going to start step by step to know how the male baby or the girl baby comes about. We'll go a bit to some genetics, but I know we're going to understand this. So the first thing is, what happens during conception? The egg is being fertilized by a sperm. The egg has the chromosome XX, while the male either has the X chromosome or the Y chromosome. So the X chromosome is the female sperm, while the Y chromosome is the male sperm. So there are a lot of troubles which have been happening in some families when they don't have the desired sex they want, especially a boy. The man tends to blame this woman that she's the one, she's not able to give birth to a boy, but who actually determines the sex of the baby. It's the man who actually determines the sex of the baby. So it's the man who either gives the male or the female sperm. So either of them and fertilize the egg. So if it's the X chromosome that fertilizes the eggs, we have XX, and that's the female baby. If it's the Y chromosome that fertilizes the egg, we have XY, which is the male baby. In order to have a desired sex naturally, you have a 50% chance of getting either of the sex. So, but these methods, we talk about it, and this is the most reliable methods which have been spoken about. That is the Shettles method. Why do we usually talk about it? Is because it's not costly and it does not cause harm to the mother. So why don't you give it a try? So these are methods which helps to increase your chance of getting either a boy or a girl. It's not 100% sure. So now, what is the Shettles method? The Shettles method was discovered by one doctor called Dr. Shettles. So he turns to differentiate the male sperm and the female sperms. He actually studied and saw some differences between the male sperm and the female sperm. Their main differences is that the male sperm is lighter, so it moves faster than the female sperm. The male sperm has a shorter lifespan than the female sperm. So the male sperm lasts for at least about 3 days, while the female sperm can last for 5 days. So he used these characteristics of both the male and the female sperm in order to help us to increase our chance of having either a male or a female baby. From his method, what did he say? If you have sexual intercourse further from the ovulation, you're going to have more of a girl child. What do I mean by that? So if you have ovulation on day 16 of your menses, therefore if you have sexual intercourse 5 days before, or if you have on day 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, that's 5 days. 16 is the ovulation day, so you have a higher chance of having a female baby. Why? Because if you have sexual intercourse on day 11, that's 5 days before, by day 3 the male sperms are going to die. That is given that you don't have sexual intercourse again before ovulation. So the only surviving sperms that will reach at the level of the fallopian tube, or the sperms that will still be available before ovulation occurs, are mostly the female sperm. So you have a higher chance of having a female baby. So then that is concerning the lifespan. So as you come closer to ovulation, what happens? As you go towards the ovulation day, that's around day 3 before ovulation, or day 2, or on the ovulation day, this is where we come in with the speed of the sperm. That's the fastest runner wins the race. So we said here that the male sperm is lighter and faster, even though it dies early. So if you have the male sperm, it goes faster if you time it during your ovulation or closer to your ovulation. So by the time the egg wants to ovulate, we'll see that it's the male sperm that has reached first before the female sperm. So if you want to have a girl, you have sexual intercourse further from the ovulation day, like 5 days before the ovulation day. And once you have sexual intercourse during this time, you don't have sexual intercourse till after ovulation. But if you want to have a male, you have sexual intercourse during ovulation or closer dates towards the ovulation. So we see here that in order to know your ovulation day, you need to have a mastery of your cycle. If you don't have a mastery of your cycle, you're going to get it wrongly. So once you have a mastery of your cycle, you'll be able to get it rightly. So now, why I made a video on how you can calculate your safe days and your unsafe days, your ovulation period. I made a video on that. So after this, you can click on it and watch and know how to calculate your ovulation day in order to have this rightly. So still on the Shettles method, he came up with other techniques saying that the male sperm survives more in an alkaline medium. Towards the cervix of the vagina is more alkaline than downward. So during sexual intercourse, if you have deep penetration, the sperm will be deposited more around the alkaline nature, which will favor the male sperm and make them to swim faster towards the egg. But if you have a shallow sex, that's what we call missionary sex, more at the acidic medium, and the male sperms are not favorable in the acidic medium. So what happens is that most of the male sperm tends to die. So if you're planning to have a boy, it's good that you time it during your ovulation period or closer to ovulation, and you have a deep penetration, which is going to favor the sperm because it is the alkaline medium. These methods have been used widely by people. Some have had some success rates, but other theories don't accept these methods. But it does not cause anything, and it does not cause harm to the mother. So why don't you give it a try? Theories which people brought forward, which was saying that it depends on the family of the man. If he has more male or female in their family, he's predisposed of giving birth to most of that sex in his family. Why? Because if the man has more males in their family, he's going to have more of the Y chromosomes than the X chromosome, so giving it a higher chance of having a male. Secondly, Shettles had another technique which he said the more the sperm counts, the more the male baby, if you have sexual intercourse during your ovulation period. That's why he usually advised that you should stay at least, even you have to have sexual intercourse at your ovulation day, you should stay at least 4 or 5 days before having sexual intercourse. Why 4 to 5 days? Because it helps to produce enough sperms and increases the concentration such that during ejaculation you have a high concentration of the sperm, so you have a good number of sperms that will swim and reach the level of the egg. So still with the Shettles method, he said in order to favor an alkaline medium, it's good to make sure the woman goes into orgasm. So because during orgasm, chemicals are being secreted in the body of the woman, which favors an alkaline medium. So with all this, it can add the chance of you having a boy when you have sexual intercourse towards your ovulation period. This is the secret to be 100% sure that you have a male or a female, it is what we call in vitro fertilization. This is an artificial method where the egg is removed from the woman and fertilized with the particular sperm, either a male or a female, outside and then inserted into the woman. So this is just the 100% sure chance of you having either your male baby or a female baby. But definitely many people would like to go for the natural methods, and when you go in for these natural methods, you can try all the options, have a higher chance of developing which baby you want. So I wish you all the best. I hope this was helpful. If this was helpful, please give a thumbs up to our video, and if you want us to discuss about anything, if you need a private chat with me, you can click on the link below and get a private chat with me. Thank you very much. I love you.